Hello everyone, and welcome to HEMA Season 2 Tournament 2. This is a final tournament for the Hellish Quart game, and the second tournament this season. So I'm very excited for it. I hope some of you guys are excited as well for this tournament. We have a lot of good players that are going to be in this tournament, and it's definitely going to be an interesting experience, like always, yeah. And before we get into presenting our players here, I'm going to talk a little bit about the rules that we have in the format. So we have 9 players in this tournament. These players are split into 3 groups. They will play 2 times in the group stage, so it's going to be a round robin format. And the first 2 from the groups will qualify to the elimination stage. In the elimination stage is going to be pretty interesting because 2 of the best first place players in the group stage, so basically people who got the first place and also got a good score difference, they will qualify directly to semifinals, and the rest of the players that are left will face each other in the quarterfinals phase, and eventually they will meet the other 2 players in the semifinals. Anyway, these are technicalities, so you shouldn't worry too much about them. That is going to be my job, but just so you know how the tournament progresses. And I have to say, given the fact that we have qualifiers every time we have these tournaments, it's always a very natural progression. So you need to get the first 3 places in the qualifiers, then the best 2 places in the group stage, and then you have to go past the elimination stage. So it's always a very natural progress. It doesn't feel like anybody benefits from anything in particular apart from their own results and their own performances, and there are plenty of chances for everybody to get a very good result. Some For those of you who maybe haven't watched any of these tournaments before, so we're playing in the training mode, the HEMA mode of Hellish Quart. It's basically going to be a match until 30 points, so it's going to be a little bit different from Sharp, as you have to be focused on the doubles, which both score a point, and also resetting positions, because it's not going to be the same reset like in Sharp. So you always have to be ready to attack, ready to defend yourself, and take advantage when you have the opportunity. There's one thing that all players should be mindful. There is a bug in the training mode. It's not always happening, but when it does, it could have a little bit of an impact. So sometimes when you strike, when you're in your winning animation, you can bypass that winning animation. What does that mean? It means that your opponent is going to be stuck in his animation and you can move. So whenever you see that happening, just be mindful not to attack your opponent. So even if your opponent recovered in the meantime and you score a point based on the advantage that you pressed, then it's still going to be considered as an illegal blow. It happened in the qualifiers. We had to check the VAR, yeah, and to see what happened. But rest assured, if it happens, we have the footage, and it's all gonna be fine. Let's talk a little bit about the competitors that we have today. Competitors that qualified through qualifiers or got some good places last time. So I wanted to say that all these players are facing each other for some really good rewards. Number 1 player, so the champion, is going to get a $20 cash prize, and the first 3 players, they will get a ticket to the champions tournament, which is going to be a $50 tournament at the end of the season. So basically with the best players throughout the season. And the first 6 players in this tournament, so basically those who pass the group stages, will have a ticket for the next tournament. So for HEMA 3, they will be directly qualified, so they don't have to pass through qualifiers. Those qualifiers can be pretty scary. I mean, we've had the 2 editions of them, and you know, it wasn't easy at all to go through them, even for some experienced players. And being directly qualified for the tournament is something pretty positive. All right, so let's go ahead and present our players here. Just gonna share my screen here, just 1 second. Yeah, there you go. So in group 1 we have Subutai, we have Carlos, and we have Vineyard. So Subutai hasn't won a HEMA title so far, but he has always been at least in the semifinals of the tournament. He actually managed to get semifinals a couple of times, got the 3rd place last time, and he was the finalist of the Champions tournament. So he's always a very tough opponent, a guy that is looking to win the tournament, a veteran of the community, and definitely a guy that everybody should watch. Then we have Carlos. Carlos is pretty much an enthusiast of this mode. He has had some great performances. I remember a 2nd place and also a 3rd place in past tournaments. He also qualified to quarterfinals last time, and I'm sure this time is looking to do the same. Vineyard is not new to HEMA tournaments. He has participated before, I think once or twice. If I remember correctly, he has one quarterfinal qualification, and now he won the qualifiers, and he's definitely looking to have a great performance today. Then we have Warden, which maybe doesn't need too much of an introduction. He's arguably the best player in Hellish Quart history based on the number of titles and the number of championships he has won. He is the finalist. He was the finalist of the last tournament, and he has also a couple of more finals. I think maybe another 2 finals, if I'm not mistaken, in HEMA tournament. So one thing, this is one of the trophies that Warden doesn't have, which is the HEMA trophy. Even though he got really close many times, I'm sure that he finally wants to get that, and he's perfectly capable of doing so. Then I have myself in there. I've had some pretty good performances in HEMA tournaments. I was a semi-finalist last time. I've also got a title. Actually in the first tournament in the first season, and also got to the final, and also a couple of 3rd places for me as well. And personally, I can tell you that I'm eyeing the number 1 spot as usual. We'll see if that is possible, but yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do that. Then we have Ezekiel. Ezekiel is somewhat of a rising star. He has been pretty solid lately. He has been really solid in the qualifiers. A really patient player with good game plan, and I expect nothing less from a good performance from him today. Then we have G-Man, who's actually the previous champion. He was very dominant in the previous tournament, and I'm sure that he doesn't have any other objective than winning the tournament again. And I think he's perfectly capable of doing so. He has a very relentless, aggressive type of style, but also not reckless. So he's pretty calculated with his aggression, which actually got him the title last time, and I'm sure that he's going to be a very difficult opponent to defeat today as well. Then we have Buzz. Buzz is probably one of those high-level players that are still they still haven't made their mark, and I'm sure that the Buzz wants to do that. He had some great performances in the previous tournament. He came from the qualifiers, and that wasn't a small feat, because in those qualifiers there were people like Maestro, Pecola, Fro Fencer, Captain Piper, so a lot of great people, and he actually got the second place in the qualifiers, and he also qualified for the quarterfinals last time, defeating Picado as well, and having some great performances. And then we have Toasted Bread. I think this is his second participation in HEMA tournaments. Um, he was pretty good last time. He had some nice performances, and also in the qualifiers as well. He got the last place of the qualifiers actually, but by no means he's a pushover. I think he's a pretty smart player. He doesn't take unnecessary risks and has a pretty unorthodox style of fighting. And I think in that group with Buzz and G-Man, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see who gets their hand raised. So these are our players for today. I hope you're excited to see them work. I think that there's not going to be a clear winner for today. We don't have somebody here that could say that I'm definitely going to win the tournament. We have a couple of people who can claim that crown, but we'll see what surprises we have in the process, because HEMA tournaments always have surprises. Yeah. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start the tournament. Yeah. So the first match here is going to be Carlos versus Vinard. Then it's going to be me versus Ezekiel, and then we are going to have Buzz versus Toasted. Yeah. So let's go back here. Game capture. There you go. All right. Here we go. Just give me 1 second here. Just gonna make sure that the stream is on and everything is ready. All right, good. So we're gonna start with Carlos versus Vinard. We're gonna use Steam Remote for that because unfortunately Vinard cannot connect to my Parsec. Okay. So Carlos. And Vinard. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I've seen this matchup before between Carlos and Vinard. I'm not sure if they've probably fought in some spars or something, but I don't remember seeing them in any tournament. Yeah. All right, Carlos is here waiting on Vinard. Yeah. Yeah, looks like Vinard is not here yet. Hopefully, he's gonna be here. Um, we're gonna move to the next match then. I don't want us to wait too much. And that match is gonna be me versus versus Ezekiel. First of all, I'm just gonna quickly restart my game because after Steam Remote, there are some issues. Yeah, unfortunately, we deal with these situations every time. We have people who don't show up on time, or or there are some some technical issues. But hopefully Vineyard is gonna be here soon. Yeah. If he's not gonna be here, then we're going to use a replacement. There you go. All right, Ezekiel is connecting to my computer, which is great. So we're gonna actually start the dance. I'm gonna quickly switch the names as well. Oh, had a problem. Let's try again. For some reason, Ezekiel, you cannot connect to my computer. I don't know. You've never had issues. Maybe you have a different connection today? Yeah, you can't connect. Okay, different. Okay, we're gonna use Steam Remote then. Hopefully that is gonna be fine for you. Because you cannot connect with your Parsec. Yeah, try to connect with Steam. There you go. All right, awesome. Let's go ahead. Oh, first the names. Tor versus Ezekiel. Here we go. I'm on the left, you're on the right. Yeah, I will be silent for this one as I'm fighting. I'm gonna let the swords do the talk. good fight. 30-19. A good win for me there, but a good performance from Ezekiel as well. The start was really tough, but eventually I could take over. So GG Ezekiel, that was a really good fight. Let's see our players here, like what's their situation. Yeah, usually until the round ends. That's when we give everybody yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna actually start the tournament. I am just going to write something down, like the scores down, and by the end of the round we'll see if the players are gonna be here. Just give me 1 second here, guys. Okay. Next fight. It's okay, Ezekiel, we all do. Next fight here is gonna be Buzz versus Toasted. Hopefully both of them are here. Gonna switch to Parsec. Yeah, and then we're gonna move to the next match. Yeah, the starts. Unfortunately, the tournament starts are always something like this. Technical issues, people not responding to the callouts, and so on. So, yeah, it's something that we have to live with, unfortunately. All right, let's go ahead and let's go here. So Buzz, who's online, versus Toasted, which I hope he's online. All right, Buzz is here. Hopefully Toasted can be here as well. Oh, there he is. Awesome. Awesome. I was afraid that we're gonna have another situation here, but there he is. Okay. Both connected. Oh, names. Those is in a void chat. Okay, awesome. Names here. 1 second. This is going to be another very interesting matchup because probably because of the character selection. Yeah, I just woke up. Yeah, that's fortunately the time is a little bit early for North American players, so I do apologize for that. But you know, in the morning you feel more refreshed. Buzz is in the left and Toast is in the right. Again, so Buzz, as I said, Buzz is now really appreciated in the community. He's a Marie user and he's very good with it. And Toasted has always been around. Has always been seen as a good player, as a solid player. And I think this match is going to be very interesting, especially given Marie versus Zera. This is always bashes the blade there and then goes again with another thrust. Okay, Buzz knows what he's doing, man. Tries it again, goes for the thrust, doesn't work. Slash into thrust there by Toasted, who scores a point, but it's a double, unfortunately. Buzz with a very surgical start. Toasted a little bit out of range there. Goes with the windmill. That's a good... it's a good strategy against Marie because the windmill usually lands. But Buzz is very... has a very good start here. Oh! The last second thrust there from Toasted gets him the point. Another thrust to the hand there. And another one. A2. Yeah, I feel like Toasted is trying to play the range. Trying to stay in range and play a little bit defensively, but that plays exactly in Marie's style. Oh, and another good thrust. 9-3. I think Toasted here should try to make it ugly. That's how you. I mean, I think that's how you should play against Marie. Like just get in your face. Try to long guard her thrust. Oh, that was a beautiful slash into thrust there. Caught Buzz off guard. And another thrust here. 11-6. Okay, Toasted is probably, you know, we know that he just woke up, so he's probably still yeah. But he started to have some success. Hopefully it's not going to be too late for him. 5 points difference. And another attack there. Looks like Toasted has found the winning strategy. Oh, very close. Scoring the point. And the deceptive tired animation slash from Father's Era. And another one. Gets caught. 15-10. Yeah, Buzz has been really surgical so far. He's one of those players that can become a character specialist because he looks like, so what he does in there with Marie looks like he knows what he's doing. Like he knows when to thrust, he knows when to back off, he knows when to defend. And personally, he is the only person that I've fought and knows how to dodge back when he's getting punched. He does that very effectively as well. So we may have a new Marie start here. 18-12. Gets caught there with the cut. I don't know what to say about that. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. So exactly the body thrust every time Toasted is going for the holy stance. Toasted has had some really good success with these cuts to the head, but looks like he's not putting himself enough in that position. There you go, out of range, 21-14. I believe Toasted found a way how to deal with the style, but he fails to be consistent. 22-15 now. Yeah, out of range again and gets caught. Especially against a surgeon like Buzz, it's you know, it's not a good idea. Oh. A double now. We have 24-16. Oh, that was a sidestep cut there by Toasted. Gets caught on the entry, 25-17. Buzz looks really confident here. Oh, that didn't score, unfortunately. I know sometimes the sounds in the back can be deceptive, and also the sound that you hit. But as I said, the only way you can confirm is by looking at the score or watching the lights. That's when you know for sure that you have scored. There you go, another one to the body, 27-19. I like that Buzz is staying in range, but oh, that was beautiful. He's staying in range, but he's not just necessarily backing off all the time or being too aggressive. So he's always like in range and active. And against that type of playstyle, you just have to make it ugly. It doesn't work in another way. Unless you can also pick Marie and do it better. And there you go. 30-21. 30-21. That was an amazing performance there by Buzz. Very surgical in there with a lot of thrusts, very clean thrusts, not too many doubles. Toasted has found his rhythm a couple of times in the fight, but unfortunately swinging out of measure and thrusting out of measure cost him the game. But I do believe he found many times how to deal with. He actually got like I think 3 or 4 points in a row at one point. Yeah, but I'm sure he's going to do better next matchup. All right. Let's see if. So we're going back. Let's see if Vinard. Oh, it's not Vinard's turn anyway. So he has a little bit more time. Subotai versus Carlos is going to be the next one. So we have our first derby here. And I am sure you guys are going to enjoy it. This is already a classic in HEMA matches. I think these guys have fought 2 or maybe 3 times before. And it's always a very competitive match. Yeah, Subotai is going to be on the left. On paper, Subotai starts as the favorite here because Subotai was 3rd place last time, and he actually defeated Carlos in the process. But you know, every match is different, and at this level, anything can happen. So Subotai versus Carlos. Let's send them a link. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very fast-paced match. Carlos. Okay, Carlos is coming here. Both here. Okay. Oh. Subotai goes with Isabella, Carlos goes with Marie. Not very surprised at this pick. Isabella it's more suitable against Marie than Alex is. Actually, I believe Alex suffers a lot in that matchup. And there you go. First point goes to Subotai. Cut to the hand there. Goes for the thrust. Carlos is always very patient in the beginning, and sometimes he even drops a couple of points. Oh, that was a beautiful cut, catching him on the entry. He's usually very patient in the beginning, so he's just trying to figure out ways of scoring. And as I said, many times I've seen him drop points just for the sake of figuring out his opponent, which is really smart in my opinion. As I've said it before, the first 10 points are always about feeling out the opponent. 3-2 now. Minimal advantage here for Subotai. Parries the cut there from Carlos and scores another point to the head. It's pretty obvious what's the strategy here. Subotai wants to push the pace and get in close range, and Carlos wants to stay on the outside and poke, just like he did there. Poke Subotai on the entry. Oh! Misses the sidestep attack there, and that's a point for Carlos. Yeah, 6-4. And it's now 6-6. Two quick points taken by Carlos there. And now again Subotai gets in range. So he has a lot of success when he gets in range because the cut usually bypasses Marie's guard. Oh! Carlos misses there the low attack and gets caught. Looks like Subotai is imposing his pace here. Carlos is still trying to figure out. I do remember that last time as well, Carlos was playing a little bit of catch-up. I think Subotai is limping here. Oh, pushes the blade. Very careful there, Carlos. He doesn't want to risk. Oh, and actually Subotai gets the point, and I think he's still gonna limp. Yep. Oh, and gets caught there. 11-9. So very close match. Carlos is playing catch-up. And another double there. 13-11. You have to be careful with a lot of the attacks. With a lot of the combos, because most people tend to just counter after the first strike, but usually combos go through, so that would be a double. So if you want to play counter striking, the smartest thing to do is just to wait for the combo to finish and then strike. 15-12 now. (16-13). Subotai has gotten a little bit of a lead here. He's just rushing in, trying to get points. Carlos manages to get a point back there, so only 3 points advantage now. A quick undercut there. There you go. Some combos breaking the guard there. 5 points advantage here for Subotai. Oh, catches him there, but it wasn't a clean strike, unfortunately. Oh, I think he went for the push, gets caught. 21-17. Still a pretty good advantage for Subotai, especially at this stage. And there it is. The rush attack works again. Looks like Carlos has failed to stop the rush attacks with some quick thrust. I think Carlos has been a little bit too passive. But there you go. This time Subotai was a little bit out of range, and Carlos managed to score. So I wouldn't say that Carlos did anything wrong, but just being, you know, a little bit too passive and on the counter-striking side. Like, you have to mix it up a little bit just to keep your opponent on check, because otherwise, like in here, Subotai is just imposing his rhythm and scoring points at will. There you go, another point by Carlos, 26-20. 27-20 now. Subotai is very close to getting another good win here against Carlos. Looks like his pick was the correct one here. Oh, Subutai is tired, I believe. $29, $21. Oh, not a point there, unfortunately. The range was not perfect. Subutai is 1 point away from winning the match, and it's very important. Oh, are we okay? Yeah, I guess. Because first place in the group is quite important. It can get you directly to semifinals. Or at least theoretically give you the easiest fight in the quarterfinals. Well, there aren't easy fights at that level, but you get the point. Like something more accessible. And there you go. 30 to 22. Subutai has managed to impose his style there. Carlos has played catch-up a lot, but didn't manage to impose his rhythm at all, and unfortunately paid for it and loses the first match. But there's still one more match to play for Carlos, and I'm sure that he's gonna be great. Okay, next up is going to be me versus Warden. We've fought many times. He actually is pretty up on me in the HEMA matches, and as you probably know, he's a really good player, so looking forward to a really good matchup against him. I haven't seen him around, so hopefully he is online. I don't see him being on. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he can show up. We're gonna give him a couple of minutes, just like with the other matches, and then we'll see what's going on. So the next one after this, we have G-Man versus Buzz. That was gonna be a really good match. They fought in the qualifiers, and G-Man had a little bit of an advantage. And remember that match ended in a draw, because the G-Man was trying the Posta di Donna finish, and it's gonna be interesting to see them fight again. But for now, let's see if Warden is around. I don't see him around, unfortunately. Yeah, that wouldn't be... I wouldn't really want, you know, to win without fighting. Okay, looks like he's not here, but we're going to do like one more round, and if he's not here until the second call out, then we're going to you know, forfeit his match or do a replacement. Okay, so let's go ahead and move to the next one. G-Man versus Buzz. Yeah, let's send them a link. Yes, you're on the right, Buzz. And G-Man on the left. Buzz looked really good in his previous match, and obviously G-Man is the current champion. They do have a little bit of a history, as I said. They both qualified, came in from qualifiers, sorry. and their match ended in a draw. So it's going to be interesting to see how the match goes now. I'm probably going to see another Izzy versus Marie match like we've seen earlier. Yep. And G-Man is definitely going to try to push the pace. And Buzz is going to try to catch him on the entry, so very interesting to see. First point there for Buzz. Catches him. And another one. Great range management here from Buzz. There you go. Blocks the attack and goes with an attack that works really well against Marie. 2-2. Three, 2. 3-3 now. Posta di Donna there from G-Man, but gets caught. 4-3. Excellent range management here from Buzz. And I can tell you that he has excellent range management because unfortunately in this mode, Marie can only score if the range is good. If the range is not perfect, then she will not score. There you go. 8-5. Buzz is really countering effectively here. G-Man is limping. Oh, that was a little bit out of range. Buzz is still tired. 10-6. G-Man needs to change something here because unfortunately the game plan is not working. A couple of superficial hits, but eventually G-Man gets it. 11-7. And another one, 12-7. Buzz is doing the match of his life here, but gets caught here on the process. 12-9, only 3 points difference, so nothing that cannot be changed. 13-9. Point there for G-Man. G-Man is behind there, but he seems to not find like the correct range. He is making the fight ugly though, as he should. Like as you can see, a lot of jank, as we like to call it. So 15-12. The whole fight so far has been in that corner. Looks like both men are comfortable being there. Buzz goes there for an attack, but he gets caught. 17-14. 18-14. And there's another one. Buzz has taken a really good advantage here, especially before the end of the round. So 19-15. 20-16 here. 21-16. So Buzz is landing almost at will here. His thrust really bypass, and he keeps making Isabella limp. He really loves that corner. 24-17. I said it a while ago on Discord that, you know, some people don't really like this idea of being cornered, but I would say that it can be transformed into a very effective strategy like Buzz is doing here. So he's just very effective at fighting in the corner. 27-20, huge advantage there for Buzz. Gets caught. Almost the whole fight has been there in that corner, and Buzz has fought very good from it. And another one, 29-22, 30-22. That was an amazing win. Amazing win, an amazing performance from Buzz. Buzz has looked incredible so far in the tournament. Absolutely incredible. G-Man has fought it really well as well, but unfortunately he couldn't find an answer to some of Buzz's attacks, who fought really well from the corner. So Buzz qualifies from the first place, and it's very likely that he gets a place in the semifinals. 30-22. All right. Good. Let's see who is the next matchup. I think it's Vineyard. Let's see if Vineyard managed to get back or to get online actually. I'm just gonna tag both men that weren't here so far. Just want to see if they are going to be here or not. Because basically these are the only matches that are left. Vineyard's match and Warden's match. And then we have Toasted versus G-Man, but G-Man has just fought. So yeah. So we're just gonna wait for a couple of more minutes. But anyway, like the tournament started 45 minutes ago, so they should have been here. I do understand that maybe life gets in the way, but yeah. Yeah, yeah, Captain. Absolutely. You were part of the qualifier, so why not? Yep. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Um, M Deliverance and Captain are going to step in as they participated in the qualifiers, and they are going to replace Vineyard and Warden. It's a pretty interesting situation here, so I'm just going to ask M Deliverance, as M Deliverance was the first one. M Deliverance, I'm going to give you the chance to choose. Which group do you want to be? Do you want to be in Group A with Carlos and Subutai, or do you want to be in Group B with me and Ezekiel? I'm going to give you the chance to choose which group you want. No difference. You know what? Actually, let's use the randomizer. Let's also share the screen. Yeah, so I'm going to randomize 3 times, and which one comes up top, that's where you're going to be, and Piper is going to be in the other one. 2, and was that 3? Yeah, 3 times. Okay, M Deliverance, you're going to be in A, and Piper is going to be in B. Okay. I'm going to send you a link so you can sign up to the tournament. Yeah, guys, just give me 1 second here. Sorry for waiting. I need to take care of these technical aspects of putting these two in the tournament. M Deliverance, I'm going to send you a link. And also Piper, I'm going to send you a link too. Check your DMs and you should get a link from me. Okay, let's go ahead and remove the participants. Gonna remove Warden and also gonna remove Vineyard. Okay, and Let me change the group stage here. And Piper is going to be here. All right. Also, give me a minute here to input the scores that we've had so far. $30-22. Actually, so you won't get bored in the meantime, let me actually show you what I'm doing. Yeah. It was 3019 here. Okay. Buzz versus Toasted was 30-21. Some really good scores by Buzz, and I think that it's very likely that he's going to be in the semifinals. We'll see how the other matches go. G-Man versus Buzz was 22-30. Yeah, real contender, this guy, to winning everything. And yeah, and I think we're good. So we had G-Man versus Buzz. So now we're going to have Carlos versus M Deliverance. This is already a classic. These two have fought many times. And yeah, let's change their names here. Carlos is going to be on the left, and M Deliverance is going to be on the right. And let's send them a link. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in and for joining. And we solved these problems. So obviously, being in the qualifiers has granted you this this right of being here. And yeah, it's good that we're gonna have some good players to fill in. That's right, talks. Carlos. Definitely going to be a rapier matchup here between Carlos and M Deliverance. M Deliverance has had an amazing performance with Marta in the qualifier, so we'll see if we're going to have Marta again. M Deliverance, can you please try again? I rejected you by mistake. Thank you. Okay. All right, everybody's connected, so here we go. Yeah, less talking, more fighting. Yeah, a Marie versus Marta match. They're both usually very patient. Good thrust in there by M Deliverance. And one from Carlos here, 1-1. Carlos has a little bit of a pressure on his shoulders here. Because if he loses this one, he's going to be eliminated. Unfortunately, I don't want to put any pressure on him, but he should be aware of that. And M Deliverance comes here in this tournament with no pressure. M Deliverance didn't qualify per se from the qualifiers, And now getting this chance is just, you know, it's just a bonus to showcase their skills. 5-2 now. Carlos is getting a little bit of an advantage. He got the rhythm of M Deliverance. And there you go, another one. 6-2. Yeah, just after this match, we are going to have Piper versus Ezekiel, a match that we had in qualifiers as well. And after that, we're going to have Toasted versus G-Man, and then Subutai versus M Deliverance. 7-3 now for Carlos. As I said, these two know each other really well. They have sparred a lot, faced each other in some tournaments as well. Oh, that was a pretty weird point there, but M Deliverance got it. 7-4. Oh, there you go. Good point there, scored by Carlos. 8-4. (9-4) now. 10-4. Good attacks there by Carlos, who's getting a little bit of an advantage, and he can be a little bit more aggressive here. That's the advantage that you can get. That you get when you're ahead on points. You can try different techniques and surprise your opponent. You can maybe let him come to you, or you can be more aggressive. So there's so many things that you can, and especially since you can be protected by doubles, having the advantage is definitely, it gives you more energy in the fight. These matches are also, they have a pretty big psychological effort to them. You know, it's not always easy to come back when you're behind, or when your techniques are not working. It's not like an MMA fight, for example, where, I don't know, maybe you're getting beaten, but you still hope that you may land a one-punch knockout, or... But in here, it's not like that. You just have to score more than your opponent, and M Deliverance finally gets it. 13-6. Would love to see more activity here from M Deliverance. Looks like we're not having enough enough energy in the attacks, or in the arena control, if you want to call it like that. It's mostly moving back, and now we have a good one from range, a good point from range. And another good counter attack there, 13-8. Only 5 points difference now, which is considerable, but can be overcome. Oh, beautiful sidestep attack there by M Deliverance. 14-9. Carlos is still in control. He has figured out the range really well. We have a double here now. I wouldn't say her footwork is atrocious. I mean, it's definitely slow. I found it quite okayish to control, but obviously she's pretty slow. I think one of her problems is that not the footwork itself, but some of the attacks are really slow. Like compared to Marie, who also has fast attacks and also fast movement. Or she should have more power, I don't know. Just... There you go. A kick and a point. 18-12. 19-12. Yeah, I honestly don't think her movement is that bad after playing her a little bit. like compared to other characters, for example, Alex, who moves automatically, or Kalkstein that does also switching stances automatically, is just, I find it more easy to control. Find it easier to control. 22-13. Looks like Carlos has got the upper hand here. He looks very relaxed in this match. He hasn't been threatened too much because M Deliverance hasn't been too offensive. Scores a nice point to the head there. M Deliverance had some really good moments like this one as well, but unfortunately failed to capitalize on them many times. Yeah, Carlos, as I said, very relaxed. He's keeping range. Scoring points. Oh, that was a point for Carlos. And another clean point for M Deliverance here. Oh, I think Carlos is tired there a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately Marta's offense is just not snappy enough or not fast enough in order to capitalize. And these superficial attacks that don't score are even more frustrating. In here and sharp as well. 28-17. Yeah, that's probably one of the only attacks that is very snappy. There you go. Carlos is 1 point away from winning the match. And with a good points difference, which can give him some advantages in the qualifying stages. Oh, that was not a point. Marta's limping. Oh. Marta limping is just tragic, in my opinion. It's just tragic. 30-18, amazing performance there by Carlos, who knows rapiers really well and also Marta really well. Thank you very much, M Deliverance, for stepping in. You still have one match left, so it's not over yet. But Carlos with a good win there. And with the good points difference, which also matters. You will see later on in the tournament that the points difference also matters. Okay, next matchup is going to be Ezekiel versus Piper. I do remember that Ezekiel was at work, I believe, or something. So we're gonna use Steam Remote, just to make sure that we don't have any issues. Ezekiel is going to be on the left and Piper is going to be on the right. Again, thank you very much, Piper, for stepping in. Ezekiel. Piper. Wait. I have to send two links, sorry. Ezekiel is here. And Piper is here. Is gonna be here. Yeah, just sent one right now, Piper. Look in tourney calls. Alright. Oh, I already changed the names. I surprised myself with that. Okay, Ezekiel versus Piper. So they have fought, as I said, in the in qualifiers. I believe Ezekiel managed to win that fight. I don't remember exactly what was the score. But now we see for the first time a saber match in the tournament. We've only seen long swords and rapiers so far. Isabella, Zera, Marie, and Marta. And now we have some sabers as well. Yeah, Piper, be very careful with those attacks after you get hit, because you can create the bug. 2-2. Oh, and there's a point for Piper. 3-2. 4-2 now. Good thrust to the chest. Alex, and another good cut. Alex versus Samuel is a really good match. It's always interesting to watch. Alex a little bit more exotic, more flashier a little bit. Sam very rudimentary, I would say, but effective at the same time. Gets caught there again, 9-5. A very good start here for Piper. He looks very confident there when he strikes, and he gets another point there. Gets hit again. Piper is having a really good match so far. 7 points advantage. Given how Ezekiel has looked in qualifiers, and also against me, I would say, you would think he would do a little bit better, but Piper here is doing really well. He's scoring with sidestep attacks. I think he's limping now, and there's a low attack. I really like Piper's style with Alex. He uses his whole kit. And even though Alex's moveset is pretty limited, Piper really makes it look like it's very complex or very diverse. Doing a lot of sidestep, and there you go, the signature ducking under the sword sidestep. Beautiful. Also, that low attack is really nice from Alex, but it's really dangerous to score. Gets caught there. 17-9. (18-10) now. Good advantage here from Piper. Piper is just doing really well so far. Blocks the attack there, but Ezekiel manages to recover. And scores a point. Goes for the sidestep, but out of range. You can see that Ezekiel is a little bit, how should I say? He went out of his own game plan because he looks nervous when he's striking. He's striking out of range. And Piper looks really relaxed here. And of course, when you have a 7 points advantage, 6 now, you tend to be more relaxed. And try some funny stuff. Alright, we're only 4 points difference now. A couple of points scored by Ezekiel in quick succession. Double there, 23-18. Ezekiel has managed to get a little bit closer, but it might be a little bit too late. Wait. Okay, we're good now. Pushes the hand there and gets back to 5 points difference. A very important psychological moment in these HEMA fights is when you have an advantage, your opponent manages to get back a couple of points, and then you manage to score again. That's a really that has a really positive impact. Because Piper managed to do just that. 26-21 now, so Piper is getting close to a very good win, and a win that may actually grant him the qualification. Actually, it does, because Ezekiel has a loss already. So if Piper wins this one, he's going to qualify. Gets caught there, 28-24. And again, 28 to 25. 3 points difference now. The difference is a lot smaller than it was before, but we're getting close to the end of the match. 28 to 26. All right, things are getting interesting now. 28 to 27. Ezekiel has recovered the difference. Looks like he found his rhythm. Piper may lose the advantage that he got so easily for the entirety of the matchup. 28 to 28. That would be an amazing comeback. Punches him. That was a crazy exchange, and Ezekiel actually gets the point. Absolutely amazing comeback. Amazing comeback. 30 to 20. I can't believe the comeback. Really unlucky there for Piper with a couple of. I hope he wasn't getting complacent, but that was probably the best comeback we've ever seen in these tournaments. Ezekiel kept his composure and he scored. Yeah. 30 to 28. Amazing performance nonetheless from Piper. He has done some incredible stuff there, but it looks like as the match went on, he kept losing and losing and losing points, and yeah, I don't know what to say. That was incredible. That was incredible. 30-28, and this win may actually bring Ezekiel back in the on a qualification spot. Okay, we have 3 matches left from the group stage. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom for 1 or 2 minutes, and the next match is gonna be M Deliverance versus Subut. No, actually, sorry. Next match is gonna be Toasted versus G-Man. Toasted versus G-Man. I'm gonna restart the game because we had Steam remote. Toasted and G-Man are going to fight for the second place in the group because the first place was already taken by Buzz. And whoever wins this one will qualify in the elimination stage, and the loser, unfortunately, will be eliminated. So as I said, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom for 1 or 2 minutes, and then gonna come back with Toasted versus G-Man. Alright, I am back and very excited for this longsword matchup that we have here. Okay, Toasted and G-Man. Yeah, so as I said, we're getting close to the end of the group stage phase, where things get a little bit more complicated for everybody. And G-Man needs to win to qualify. So does Toasted. He needs to win as well in order to qualify. Toasted, you have the link in tourney call, so see if you can connect. There you go. Toasted. Okay. All right, both men are connected. Toast is in the left and G-Man is on the right. Yeah, pretty predictable a character selection here. Both going with their mains. Toasted going with Father Zera and G-Man going with Isabella. G-Man, as I said, is the previous champion, so he's definitely not very happy with the first loss. So he's looking here to get the win to qualify. Now 2-0, 2-1. Quick counter there by and another one here by Toasted. Oh, hit him twice, but the hits unfortunately weren't too powerful. Oh, Isabella's tired, but that's a double, 3-3. Not a point. And I think that's a double as well, yes. Gonna be a very interesting matchup. Looks like Toasted is looking for the counter, but gets caught with the second attack of G-Man's. Oh, that was pretty weird. Unfortunately, the thrust went near G-Man, so it's now 8-7. Catches the leg there. Oh, 9-7. Is there an issue? Okay, no, we're good. Oh, Father Zera gets caught there. And another one, 9-9. We're in the corner again, but as you can see, guys, being in the corner does not necessarily mean that you cannot fight. 11-11. 12-11 now, 1 point advantage for Toasted. 13-12. Pretty fast paced matchup. It's been pretty pretty balanced so far. And another good counter strike by Toasted. He seems to know exactly how to counter some of Isabella's combos, and he's still in advantage. Very short, very small advantage, but still an advantage. 2 points advantage. G-Man scores a clean thrust there, and he's now a little bit more composed, as you can see. Look, because he noticed that the aggression didn't work very well for him. And he scores 3 points in a row now, being a little bit more calculated. And it's now 18-17, 19-17. 4 points in succession scored by G-Man. Double there, 20-18. High recovery move there by Father Zera, and Toasted is exposed. He has lost his advantage. Gets caught again, 22-18. Oh, out of range. but he eventually scores with the retreating cut. Looks like G-Man has been a lot more effective being on the outside. 24 to 19 now. Thrust working really well for him because Toasted is advancing. So G-Man manages to score those quite easily. 27 to 22 now. Very fast-paced matchup. Looks like G-Man has found his rhythm. And it's now 6 points advantage. 7 points advantage. The thrusts are working really well. And that's it. 30 to 23. The sudden change in game plan for G-Man has won him the match. Because he was a little bit relentless in the beginning. And he was getting caught with counters, but eventually he adjusted the game plan. He stood on the outside and caught Zero with some thrusts in there to the hand. So from Group C, we have Buzz being number 1 and G-Man being number 2. And Toasted, unfortunately, is eliminated, but thank you very much for competing. There were some really nice matchups, and we really enjoyed watching you fight. Okay, next up is going to be M Deliverance versus Subutai. But first, let me do something here. Nope, points difference. One second. Just quickly changing the display here because points difference and points scored, so we can see the actual points difference, but it still doesn't show. That's interesting. All right, it doesn't matter. We're gonna move on. So M Deliverance versus Subutai. M Deliverance is in a little bit of a tough position here because they need a win. And also do it with a pretty significant difference in order to have a chance to qualify. Okay, they are here. Let's go with them Delhi. Shorter version. And Subutai. Yam Deliverance in the left, Subutai is in the right. Alright, very interesting pick here from M Deliverance, going with Kalkstein. It's actually good to see Kalkstein in the tournament as well, as many players, characters as we can. And Subutai is going back to his main, which is Alex. That's a double there. M Deliverance very courageous here. Moves in with attacks. gets pushed there 3-2. Four, 3 now. Advantage here. I think Subotai is limping. Yep. It's a good opportunity for M Deliverance to get a point. But these situations are always very very interesting because more than often they end in a double. Pushes the blade there again, Subotai. And scores again 8-5. Nine, 5. A little bit of an advantage there. Punch. Looks like M Deliverance is struggling with some of Subotai's close range attacks. 11-5 now. Oh, catches him on the entry with a quick thrust. There's another good thrust into sidestep attack. Again, catches him on the entry. That should be the strategy there, because obviously Subotai wants to get close. Oh, that was not a point. M Deliverance is limping. Yep, and the expected rush attack. And another point there for Subotai, 14-7, a pretty big difference so far. 15-7 now. And that's a double, 16-8. M Deliverance has reduced the output, but still landing a couple of shots here and there. Oh, that was unfortunate, but eventually got the point. 17-10. $18-10 now. Subotai is in control of this match, and if he wins this match, which looks very likely, he will get the first place in the group. 20-12 now, but we've seen an incredible comeback there from Ezekiel, so everything's possible. 22-12 now. 23-12. Looks like Subotai has no issue scoring in the pocket. There you go, another one. 25-12. 26-12 now. Yep, Subotai scoring at will here. And with this scoreline, he has a very good chance of qualifying directly to semifinals, because it's a pretty big difference. And there you go. 13-12. Unfortunately, M Deliverance got overwhelmed there after a while, and Subotai managed to win with a pretty big difference. 30-12. So Subotai gets the first place in the group, and it's very likely that he is going to be qualified directly to semifinals. He has a 26 point difference so far. Buzz has, I'm not sure, I think it's 17. 9 with, yes, 17. So we have the last match, which is going to be Piper versus me from the group stage, and then we're going to have a look at the groups, and we'll see who qualifies to the semifinals, who qualifies to the quarterfinals, and who faces who. It's going to be a little bit interesting to do these matchups, because there are so many factors that we have to keep in mind. So let's send healing to Piper here. After this matchup, we're going to take a 5 minutes break because it's the end of group stage. A break where you can, you know, breathe a little bit, and I'll also make the matchups for the elimination stage. Yeah, let's quickly change the names as well. Yeah, it's been a while since I fought. I think I fought first, and now I'm fighting last. And I know that Piper is always a challenge, so hopefully we're gonna be okay. Piper on the left, and I am on the right. And that's it. 30 to 19. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Piper. Thank you very much for showing up in the tournament. That was a pretty tough fight, but I'm glad that I managed to win. So yeah, I qualified to the next stage, and unfortunately Piper is eliminated. But again, great performances, especially against Ezekiel. So let's see what we have here. As I said, we're going to take a 5 minutes break. In the meantime, I'll make sure to create the elimination. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you what's the reasoning, how the matches were made, as explained in before. And yeah, so see you guys in 5 minutes for the elimination stage. We are back with the knockout stage, and first we have quarterfinals. Two matches. The matches that we're gonna have are Buzz versus Ezekiel, and Carlos versus G-Man. And I'm going to explain in a second how how those matchups were made. Because of the system, they have to be done manually. Okay, so let me just share here. So you guys can see. All right. So here's how it works. The best two players that are ranked first in their group. So we had here three players with 2 wins, which was Subutai, me, and Buzz. And we take points difference. So Subutai had the highest points difference, which is 26. I had 22, and Buzz had 17, which means that me and Subutai go directly to the semifinals, and Buzz is going to the quarterfinals. Also, with him in the quarterfinals, there's Carlos, Ezekiel, and G-Man. And now here's how it works. Basically, we look at the points difference, and we pair the best, which in this case is Buzz in this stage, with the person who has the lowest points difference, yeah, which is Ezekiel in this case. So we have Buzz versus Ezekiel, and Carlos versus G-Man. Carlos and Buzz were able to pick their sides because they had a superior points difference, and also you can't. We're not going to use the same people fighting. For example, Buzz here could not fight G-Man because they already fought in the group stage, and also in the semifinals. In the elimination stage, it is made in such a way that players won't face the same players they faced in group stage in the semifinals. So, for example, I could not put Buzz Ezekiel versus me because I already fought Ezekiel. So the bracket is made in such a way to reflect the performances, but also to avoid people fighting each other. If it's a little bit complex, I can explain as well as I've done in the chat. But yeah, I hope you guys see the reasoning here. Yeah. So the first quarterfinal is going to be Buzz versus Ezekiel, and then we're going to have Carlos versus G-Man. So let's go ahead and let's see if Ezekiel is still at work. To see if we're going to use Steam Remote or Parsec. Let's go back to game capture. All right, is not answering. Let's just go directly to Steam Remote. Should be fine. All right, Buzz, here's your link. And Ezekiel, here is yours. Sure. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting match. Obviously, Buzz is gonna go with Marie. He has had some really good success with her, and Ezekiel's probably gonna stay with Samuel. And it's always a very interesting match. But I think Samuel has the tools to deal with Marie. There you go. We have Buzz in. Buzz has looked really scary. Unfortunately for him, he didn't get a direct place in semifinals, and it feels a little bit underwhelming because he has performed very well against the champion. Actually, right? He beat the champion, so. But yeah, I'm sure that he's capable enough of getting further this time. All right, Ezekiel said to wait a little bit. We're gonna do that. Let's change the display. Yeah, and after that we're gonna have Carlos versus G-Man. I'm not sure if Carlos and G-Man fought before in HEMA. I think not. Yeah, I think not. I think not because G-Man has just recently fought in HEMA tournaments, and I don't remember him fighting Carlos. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. All right, Ezekiel is here. I don't see you having an input there, but we'll see. Buzz on the left, Ezekiel on the right. Yeah, I think it's not recognizing your controller. Let's see. Yeah. All right, let's try with another link. Ezekiel. Yeah, probably your connection. That's what makes things. If you said that you're at work, it's probably not the best connection ever. Um, yeah, it's not recognizing your control. Okay, let me restart the game, and we're gonna try after that. Yeah, Steam remote being Steam remote. It is what it is. Yeah, the thing is, Steam remote is more reliable when it comes to actually having people connect than Parsec, but Parsec seems to be the better option in many other regards. I don't personally feel any difference between them, but some people may have. I even remember some people told me like, oh, it was a better connection on Steam Remote, or it was a worse connection on Steam Remote. But I do believe that Parsec operates in a different way from Steam Remote. All right, there you go. It works now. Yeah, the old troubleshooting. Yeah, the old troubleshooting. Uh, shut it down and then turn it on again. Okay. Finally, we get some action. Buzz versus Ezekiel. So we're gonna have Marie versus Samuel. Overall, I have to say that Ezekiel has had great performances. I mean, he qualified. He qualified using the qualifiers, and now he has qualified from the group stage. By the way, Ezekiel now, regardless if he wins or loses, Ezekiel has managed to get a place in the next tournament. So all players who have qualified here have got a place in the next tournament. Some good snipes there from Buzz, 4-1. He came back against Piper. That was an incredible comeback by Ezekiel. It's probably the best comeback I've ever seen in HEMA tournaments. And he got his spot. 5-2, 6-2 now. Looks like Buzz really knows Marie's range. He's not scoring too many points with follow-up attacks. He's usually scoring with really clean attacks. Yeah, like this one. Right on point, perfect range. There you go. Great punish there, 8-3. And usually when people play Marie, that was an amazing attack from a low attack there. When people play Marie, and myself included sometimes, you feel the need to just, constantly get space, constantly get behind and everything, but not Buzz. Buzz is not wary of fighting with any character. We've seen him against G-Man. He stayed in a corner for almost the whole match and managed to score points from there. 11-4. 12-4 now. That Marie is looking scary. So in my opinion, he's definitely a good contender here for winning everything. 14-5. It would be the first Marie that would win a tournament, a HEMA tournament, I mean. Even though we had some Maries before in the final, namely Carlos and Picado, I believe. 15-6, big difference there. 15-7. 16-7 now. 17-7. Surgical precision there. Unfortunately, Ezekiel is more of a passive Counter-Strike type of player, so he gets caught a lot. 19-7. Precision is key with Marie, and Buzz definitely has it. Tired there, and Ezekiel capitalizes. 19-8. 20-8 now. Huge difference here. Buzz is looking incredible. And another good point to the hand. 21-8. 22-8. Ezekiel seems that he doesn't seem to have any response for Buzz's attacks. Oh, and now he capitalizes with a slash to the head. 22-9. There you go. The two-step lunging thrust. Ezekiel may not be elite, but he's not a pushover. He's not an easy guy to beat. But Buzz is making it look easy here. 24 to 11. 25 to 11. Huge difference here. Obviously, Buzz cannot miss this. Will we see another incredible comeback from Ezekiel? I don't think so this time. 25-13. But anyway, all props to him. He had an amazing comeback. He qualified for the next tournament as well, and he has all the time to prepare for the next one. Scores another point here. 27-14. 28-14. Good point there scored by Ezekiel. He managed to score a couple in there. And there's a double. 30-16. Congratulations to Buzz. Looked incredible so far, and he's a really interesting contender. It's gonna be definitely an amazing match against Subotai in the semifinals. And Ezekiel, congratulations for qualifying in the quarterfinals, and qualifying for the tournament, and qualifying for the next tournament as well. So, in my opinion, it was a success, your participation, and I'm sure it's gonna be even better next time. All right, now we're gonna have a pretty interesting matchup for a semifinal qualification and my future opponent in the semifinals. Carlos versus G-Man. I'm gonna quickly restart the game here because, as we know, Steam Remote is not allowing us to do our job. Alright, let's switch the names here. G-Man has lost against Buzz that used Marie, so Carlos is probably also going to use Marie. I'm curious if Carlos is going to take a page from Buzz's book and try to use it against G-Man. But, you know, he's the champion. He's still the champion. And I'm pretty sure now that he's in the quarterfinals, he is looking for winning the tournament again. Oh, I think they fought. Okay, I remember now. They fought in one of the round robins, but it was Sharp. I knew something. I knew that they've met before. It was Sharp, and if I remember correctly, Carlos used Marta then and won. But, you know, it was a different time, a different competition, different format, so probably not going to mean too much in here. Okay. Point there for Carlos. Finds G-Man out of range. And there you go, another one. 2-0. This is exactly the play that it's going to be. G-Man is going to try to get in range. Carlos is going to move back and try to catch him. 3-1. 3-2 now. Pressure there from G-Man. 3-3. 4-3 now. Carlos has caught G-Man a couple of times on the entry. Oh, hits him there. Oh, and that's a good point there. 5-3. 6-3 now. Looks like G-Man is having a little bit of trouble getting in range, which usually happens against Murray, unfortunately. And Carlos scores another point, 8-4. Yeah. And a cut to the head. Carlos is banking a lot on that two-step thrust. Good range there. Catches G-Man but doesn't score, and now he scores 9-5. 4 points advantage here for Carlos. Like always, Marie has always been a really good counter to Isabella, so we're seeing in here as well. 10-6. 10-7 now. 10-8. G-Man manages to get 2 points and gets caught again. 11-8. 11-9. 11-10. Quick succession of points there scored by G-Man. Looks like he found his rhythm. Carlos a little bit overwhelmed there. And catches him on the entry again. It's very frustrating, as I can say from an Isabella player, is you know, to constantly be caught when you're getting on the entry. 13-11. 13-12 now. And now it's 13-13, so all to play for. Carlos's advantage has been nullified for a second there, but he's back in advantage. And another good in and out. G-Man is moving mostly forwards, but Carlos is moving with in and out attacks. And that's why he has had a little bit more success, but now it's even. There you go, another one. 16-15. Oh, misses the attack there, but follows up very well. 16-16. 17-16 now. And Carlos is back with those in and outs. Always catching G-Man on the entry, and now 3 points advantage. 2018. 21-18 now, 3 points advantage for Carlos, and now we're getting close to the end of the match. 2 points advantage. G-Man has found some success with some attacks here and there, but not all the time. Gets caught again. Be careful after getting caught. G-Man is a little bit more patient now, but still gets caught by that thrust. That's really a really effective thrust. 24-19, 5 points advantage now, 6 points advantage, and things are getting a little bit serious. Looks like G-Man still hasn't found an effective solution to maintain advantage. 25-20, 26-20 now. 27-21, double there. G-Man is trying desperate thrusts there, but doesn't manage to land. Oh, I think we're having a little bit of lag there. Wait. Oh, okay. I think it's fine. 27. I'm not sure if it's something going on there. That's a pretty weird thing. Oh, I think he's probably spamming long guard. 28-24. 29-24, and Carlos has a very good chance of winning this match, which will be huge for him. Will get a place in the semifinals and also eliminate the champion. And he has so many chances of doing so. 32-24, and Carlos qualifies to the semifinals. And G-Man hasn't really found a solution in that match, and unfortunately for him, he is eliminated. But he gained qualification to the next tournament as well. All right, and now we have the semifinals. It's gonna be Subutai versus Buzz, and me versus Carlos. We're probably gonna see some Izzy's and some Marie's in the semifinals, and these matches are also for a place in the Champions Tournament. Actually, the only person who has a qualification to the Champions Tournament here is Subutai. Buzz, myself, and Carlos haven't had this opportunity yet, so we're definitely gonna look in for it. And yeah, just gonna quickly go to the bathroom, and then we have Subu versus Buzz in the semifinals, which is gonna be very interesting. Sorry guys, both of my bathrooms were taken, so I had to wait a little bit. All right, let's send the link to Subutai and Buzz for the semifinals. Yeah, Subutai is going to be on the left, Buzz is going to be on the right. And I'm also going to face Carlos in semifinals. Carlos, I want to remind you about our pact. I said that if we're going to fight together, we're going to do Marta Mirror. So I expect you to honor that. But if not, it's okay. It's fine. But that would be interesting. That would be interesting to see. Okay, let's send the link. Buzz. Okay. Buzz is connected. Subutai is also connected. Yeah, sure. Sure. All right, let's do Subutai versus Buzz. Sub is on the left and Buzz is on the right. Subutai going with Isabella. Buzz is going with Marie. And now it's a great test for both of them, I would say. I seriously think this is a 50-50 fight. Catches him there on the... Oh, I think Subutai is limping. 2-1. There you go, dash attack. Subutai knows very well how to play against Marie's. He really has experience in that, and there you go, scores another one, 4-2. 4-3. 4-4 now. Oh, gets caught there, right on the hand. 4-6 now. 5-6. Subutai is limping. Buzz is being patient. He wants to avoid a double. Oh, but gets caught there. 6-6, and Subutai is probably still limping. They both hit each other, but nobody gets a point. Oh, there you go. 7-6 now. Seven, 8. There you go, 8-8 now. Very close match. None of these two have taken advantage, but Buzz seemed to have the upper hand in a couple of times, and there you go, another one. 10-8. 11-8 now, catching him on the entry. Buzz is getting a little bit of advantage here, and he gets caught again. 12-8. Point there. 12-9. 13 to 10. Subotai manages to find, but he's limping again. He constantly gets hit with some of those attacks. And the rush attack works this time. 14 to 11. 14 to 12. 14 to 13. Looks like Subotai has found something there that can help him because he managed to score a couple of points. 16 to 13. Buzz really loves staying in the corner, and it's definitely working for him. $18 to 14 now. Yeah, looks like Buzz has figured out the range really well. He gets caught there, 19 to 15. But all his performances so far have been really, really good. 19 to 16 now. 3 points advantage. Oh, they both hit each other. But it's a point there for limping again. 21 to 17. Buzz seemed really relaxed. Double there. Subotai is still trying to push the pace, but gets caught there. 23 to 18. $24 to 19 there. Yeah, another double. 25 to 20. 26 to 20 there. Looks like Buzz has taken a really good initiative for getting in the final. Only 3 points away from the final. Subotai has managed to. He has some good moments, but hasn't managed to find a very consistent way of scoring. Yeah, 27 to 21. And again, catches the hand there, 28 to 21. Really painful for Isabella to try to get in. 28 to 22. $29 to 22 now. And Buzz is 1 point away from getting into the final, and there you go. 30 to 22. Excellent performance there by Buzz, who qualifies to the final, and he has the and also qualified for the Champions Tournament. So congratulations, congratulations, Buzz. Buzz is in the final. Amazing performances so far. And then we have me versus Carlos, and we're probably going to do the gentleman deal, which is a Marta mirror. Let's have a little bit of fun. But again, Carlos, if you don't want to do that, it's fine. I mean, I'm not forcing you. There you go. Let's switch the names here. I'm going to be on the left, Carlos is going to be on the right. Is Carlos in? Oh no, he's not in. Wait. Let me try again. Carlos, if you can hear me, I sent another link. I mean, it's actually the same, but link doesn't work. Okay, let's try again. Okay. All right, there you go. He's in. Yeah, me and Carlos have fought many times before. It's always always a close match. Yep, gentleman's deal. We joked. I mean, not really joked, but we said if we're gonna meet each other, we're gonna do a Martha mirror. So there you go. Take Marta to the final, yeah? Okay, that was interesting. I think I'm limping. Guys, this was the longest match in the history of the tournament. Thank you very much, Carlos, for the match and for honoring the gentleman's deal, which is to a Martha Mirror. Definitely out of my comfort zone, and I was at one point I was like 7 points behind, and yeah, 30 to 26, I believe. Thank you very much, Carlos. Whew, and I am the final with the Prodigy Buzz. And since Buzz won at a bigger difference, he's able to choose the side. I'm going to ask him for the final. We're not going to play the final now, um, but yeah. Left. Okay, GG, Carlos. Carlos, are you good to go for the third place matchup, or do you want to wait maybe 2 or 3 minutes? Because that was a pretty exhausting match. Because that's what we're going to do now. Just let me know if you need like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. I can't? Okay. Alright. Alright, okay, so we have the final for the third place, which is going to be Subutai versus Carlos. Carlos has lost to a smaller difference, which means that he is able to choose the side. Let me ask which side, Carlos. Yeah, left. Alright. So Carlos versus Subutai for the third place. I do remember they fought once for the third place in a tournament, and Carlos won that match. But Subutai has been winning lately against Carlos, so and also won in this tournament, and now they meet again in the bronze match. For Subutai is more a third place thing, but Carlos is actually fighting here for qualifying to the Champions tournament. So for him, it has a little bit more. It's a little bit more important than for Subutai. Of course, none of them will go out without a fight. Calc versus Alex. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, it's actually interesting that we can do some fun matchups. As well, not just pick the main character. Really went out of my comfort zone there with Marta when Carlos was a few points ahead of me, like 6 or 7. I told myself like I was so stupid of going with Martha, but eventually I managed to adapt and overcome the challenge. Okay, Carlos on the left, Subutai is on the right. There you go. Couch Time versus Alex. I think we've seen this match before. M Deliverance has used Couch Time. Obviously, M Deliverance doesn't have the same level of experience as Carlos has with Calc. Point there for Carlos. As I said, Carlos is definitely fighting for something important here, which is a place in the $50 Champions Tournament. 4-2. Five-2 now. Great start here by Carlos, who's 3 points advantage, but gets caught on the hand there. 6-5 now. 6-6. 7-7. Good comeback there by Subotai, and now he's an advantage. Sorry, zoned out for a second there. 2 points advantage here for Subotai. He managed to overcome a pretty significant lead from Carlos. Oh, that wasn't the point. Oh, close there, but gets it with the retreating thrust. $11-11 now. $12-12. Pretty even matchup so far. Both of them have had their moments. Pretty fast pace as well. They're not being overly strategic, just going again. Looks like Carlos is struggling here to score, but nice retreating thrust there. That's a beautiful move and has 1 point advantage. 15-13. 15-14 now. 16-15. One point advantage here for Carlos. Managed to score a couple of retreating thrusts. Oh, they punch each other, but now Carlos gets the point, and it's 1 point advantage. He was tired there, unfortunately for him, and he got caught. Oh, good. 19-17. Good thrust to the belly. Obviously, Alex is exposed to those. So that's Carlos's main target. 2019. Another good thrust to the body. Looks like Carlos has found his rhythm here. It's 21-19. Perfect cut there to the head, 23-20. Carlos is now an advantage, and another good thrust, 24-20. Looks like Subotai has lost his rhythm a little bit, but gets a thrust back there. 24-22. $25-22. Okay, punches him in the face, gets another point back. Subotai is now back in the match after he was a little bit behind. He managed to score a couple, and now he's back. But Carlos with the retreating thrust again, 26-24. 2 point advantage, 1 point advantage now. $26-25. It was that was the story of this match. Carlos always had like a slight edge, and Subotai has managed to catch up really well. Still a little bit behind. 3 points now, and Carlos is very close to winning the 30-26. Carlos wins the third place matchup, and actually Carlos gains something really important here, which is the qualification to the Champions Tournament. Yeah. So I introduced this this Champions Tournament thing, like getting a medal, to incentivize players to also give their best in the third place final. And obviously, Carlos had much more at stake here than Subotai, and probably that pushed him to a win. Carlos gets third place, so congratulations. Definitely an amazing performance. And he's qualified to the Champions Tournament, yeah? Alongside Buzz and myself, who got our tickets today. So we already have 6 people qualified for the Champions Tournament. We have G-Man, Warden, Subutai, Buzz, me, and Carlos. So we're gonna go for the grand final here. It's gonna be Buzz versus me. We fought in the previous tournament. I managed to squeeze out a close win, but this Buzz is definitely looking very different from the Buzz that I fought last time, and I'm sure it's gonna be hell for me. The Champions Tournament? No, no, no. After 5 tournaments, there's gonna be the Champions Tournament. So we still have a lot of time until then. All right. Just gonna take a minute here. Gonna be back in a second for the final. Meanwhile, I'm gonna send a link to Buzz so he can connect. Yeah, so gonna be back in a minute. All right, Buzz, I'm back. Let's dance. Here's your link. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this match. All right, he's connected, and let's go. Buzz is on the left. I'm going to be on the right. And you are in for a Marie Mirror. That's it. Congrats to Buzz, 30-25. Very good performance from him. It was really tough to out Marie him, but yeah, 30-25. Congratulations, Buzz. You're the new HEMA champion. Well deserved. You have had some great performances, and yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for competing. Congratulations again, Buzz. Congratulations, everybody, for your performances. And yeah, Buzz, I'm gonna contact you in private for the prize as well. And your Marie is really scary. We're gonna have to adapt to see how we can do against that style. And have a wonderful evening, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in to the tournament. And I hope we're gonna see each other next time.